Hello and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Go on Game Vortex. I'm Vitaly and today we have something very important to talk about. We're going to be talking about how an overnight success like Pokemon Go turned into an overnight nightmare for Niantic and the people who are actually playing the game right now. In the last 2 days, so much bad stuff happened, so it's just insane. Without further ado, let's dive straight into it. Boom. Let's see. So first, I've started reading interesting rumors on Reddit that the people said that some things started to just disappear from the game. The balancing was off. The Pokemons would run away way more often. They would lose Pokeballs trying to catch and nothing would work. The bonus experience has disappeared because before, depending on how you throw the ball, that was great, nice, excellent, you would get different bonus experience for that. That's gone. And as usual, in a typical Niantic fashion, they have stayed silent about it until people started making these threads, posting on their Facebook page, so on and so forth, that they actually had to come out and respond to this. And yes, just before they done that, they released an update version that actually took some things away from the game, and people are enraged by it because it makes the game so much more difficult. And now they close down a lot of websites that help people locate the Pokemons. That further enrage the fans. Those people who actually spent real money on the game are demanding a refund from Niantic, and they're just going apeshit because there is no communication as usual. So first of all, right before this update came out, people started noticing on Reddit that nice, great and excellent experience bonus just disappeared. It was just gone basically. It seems like whatever you do, you won't get it. And people started to report, yes, that's how it happened. And or like you throw Pokemon and it's like there's a very big wind there, very strong wind that just knocks it off. People wasting Pokeballs left and right. Balancing was off. The Pokemons have disappeared from the map. The game continues to crash, especially if you get close to Pokemons that actually very rare. And by the way, stay with me for the next episode, because in the next episode I'm going to show you how to get tens of thousands of experience in about 30 minutes. That's just a preview for the next episode. Anyway, so, and then boom, this update came out. And not only that, I'm going to give you this article of Kotaku, but this is something that I actually already noticed myself. Where the hell is my mouse? Okay, so even the biggest hardcore fans are enraged by what is happening here. It's really, really bad. So servers are still overloaded, mainly in the US. I don't know why, but they just can't get it right. And we'll get into that later because that's what Niantic claims. They closed different services that allow you to view Google Maps where the Pokemons are located and report, I found Charizard here, or I found Pikachu here, so that the people can go and catch it. They closed down all their websites. They forced them to close down, saying that that will help to solve their server issues and that will help them to basically make the game run better, which I think is a pile of bullshit, but anyway. So the servers remain to be overloaded. So one feature that they took away that made people mad was this. When you open your Pokemon Go game basically, and you have a nearby feature that you can click, and it shows you what kind of Pokemons are available in the area near you. Sorry, I was just trying to open up Pokemon Go on my phone, but the VPN wasn't connected. Anyway, so you see this feature, right? You have it here. You would see 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. That generally shows you how far the Pokemon is. 3 steps means it's far away, 2 steps closer, 1 step even closer, and no steps means it's right here somewhere around you. So there we go. What happened basically, even though there was a bug, people already reported to Niantic countless of times that there is a 3-step bug, which basically means that the Pokemon shows 3 steps, but it could be miles away. And they did, during the San Diego Comic-Con, they did acknowledge that, but they just ignore it. They just never went back to this thing. So what they did, they just removed the steps altogether. Like, this is how it looked before, and this is how it looks now. And the people are going mental, because this is useless. Yeah, they're nearby, but where are they? Where are they? It's difficult to find, okay, this was not a perfect feature. You know, it wasn't perfect. Even Niantic saying themselves that they screwed up this feature. It wasn't working as how they hoped it would work. And they actually posted it on their official Pokemon post here. They're saying that, where is that? Right, there, okay. So, the original feature, although enjoyed by many, was also confusing and did not meet our underlying product goals. We will keep you posted as we strive to improve this feature. So, they didn't even say that they're going to bring it back, and hopefully they will, because this is insane, this is stupid. This is really stupid, because yes, it wasn't perfect, this thing, but at least you know that you're going in the right direction. Okay, if you took this away, the compromise would be that, remember the websites that I show you, the Pokemon Vision and the Pokemon Radar, that you open Google Maps and it shows you that this person reported catching Pikachu in this area, and you just go then catch it. They forced all of them to close. They blamed it partially for the server overload. That's their problem, to be honest. They had a month already to iron this shit out and they still haven't. And the second part is that they basically say it doesn't make the game interesting, which I think it's not up to them to decide. So that was it. And the most importantly, the biggest fiasco here, look at the rating that they, in the last 2 days, before it used to be 3.5, 4 star, in the last 2 days, they've been receiving 1-star review from people who want to just burn Niantic because they've had enough with the lack of communication that they're having. Complete lack of communication, and they're truly fashion of Niantic. This is how it works. They don't fucking communicate with their stuff. And yes, again, on this Pokemon Go page, we saying that yes, we read your post and emails and we hear your frustrations, blah 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 blah. We know that we haven't talked to you as much as we would to, but we will now. I think it's a bit too late, Niantic. At least you show and you've proven yourself that you can't manage this game. You can't manage or handle the workload that you're getting. You completely misguided and miscalculated. There are people starting petitions to take away this game from Niantic and give it to some other developer who can and have the skills and talent and opportunity to actually make this thing work. So anyway, back to the App Store, iOS App Store. So as you can see, the ratings drop dramatically. People posting 1-star reviews for removing the features, no communication, the balancing is off. They're fiddling in the back end with the balancing, which screws up the game. People are losing progress. The game is crashing when you're trying to catch rare Pokemons. The Pokemons run away, so on and so forth. And demanding the money back for what they've spent, the coins wise. Now this is the big problem, right? Okay, there is an Niantic's refusal to accept support email is a breach of Android terms and conditions. Here is how to report them. So people actually started reporting and refunding, but then Google Play took down the refund feature already. So something is happening there. Don't forget that Niantic was and probably is still Google too. They are the company that's been sort of like a division of Google. Now, what is the worst thing? Like you can see here that the Pokemon rating, right, downloads in general, has gone down sharply over the last 2 days. The 30th and the 31st, okay, no, now it's the 2nd of August already. 30th and 31st of July, they took a nosedive, and that's serious. This is the effect of the release 0.31, the one that I have right now. And look at that. When the negative reviews started pouring in, what Niantic did, they released an update which has pretty much nothing changed. Performance improvements in Pokemon details and list screens. Correct link for app update. People actually saying that's a conspiracy theory that they did this on purpose. Because when you release a new version of the app, all the ratings on the iTunes store get all the reviews get erased. So this was done just to remove all the 1-star reviews. Actually didn't help them. People still keep doing that, which is great. This is exactly what they deserve. No fucking communication. Nobody knows anything. Been a month since the release. The server still can't handle the workload. It's embarrassment. It's a big embarrassment. So this is the shit that they found themselves in right now. And sorry, my internet connection just dropped off, but doesn't matter. Now, As you can see here, the Polka Vision and other Pokemon Go tracker shut down for unclear reasons. The reasons are clear already. Niantic said that themselves, that that's them. They actually went to those people and said you can't do that, and that's it. They closed them down. Technically they have no license, they have no right to use their servers without the permission, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, the Polka Vision eventually, at first they were like, oh, this is just a technical issue, blah blah blah, and then they just said like, sorry, at this moment we are respecting Niantic's and Nintendo's wishes. Don't put Nintendo in. I highly fucking doubt they have anything to do with this game at all. They came out themselves and said, we have pretty much nothing to do with this game, we didn't develop it, all we have is a 32%, not of Pokemon Company, but 32% voting right in the company, right? So most likely they have the majority there. So yeah, I mean, they said they will try to go back if the servers ever fix and Niantic allows them to use that feature. So if you're waiting for the game right now, I still think that it's coming. I still think, as I said in a previous episode, that it will come. Let's see if this, when they close down all those websites, let's see if the server issue improves, and if it does, that means the game will come out in Southeast Asia. And definitely Brazil, definitely Brazil. Why? Because they have mentioned it on their Facebook post. Look at that. We have a limited access to third-party services, blah, 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 blah. That's about those websites. The large number of users have made rollout Pokemon Go around the world an interesting challenge. And we are not done yet. Yes, Brazil, we want to bring the game to you and many other countries where it is not available. So before Olympics starts, it's gonna come out there for sure. I hope Southeast Asia is gonna get there as well, because the servers are up and running already. Because lots of people are gonna travel to Brazil for the Olympics. That's a great time to snap some new players. They need to keep the momentum going, because it's taking a nosedive. The downloads and the interest in the game is dying, and it's dying very fast. So we are the only ones left pretty much who haven't played the game yet. So there we go. I will put the links in the description below with all this information if you want. You can also go on to Google and type in Pokemon Go Asia release status Reddit, but I think my internet is gone. Fuck, sorry about that. That's how reliable the Wi-Fi here is. I'm definitely gonna look into that. So basically you go into a Reddit thread and it will show you everything that you need to know about what has happened recently and what kind of rumors are circulating and so on and so forth. The one that I've mentioned yesterday is already on, not yesterday, the day before, is already on Reddit. So this is what I have for you for today about Pokemon Go. This is it. This is what I have for you for today. So what I want you to do is please, please, please subscribe to this channel, like it, share the video if you can. Leave me a comment below. Are you still excited? What do you think about this whole fiasco? Do you actually agree that Nintendo and Niantic handle this situation properly? Because I sure don't. Do you think that Nintendo made a big mistake by letting Niantic develop the company? Because it seems like they haven't prepared for anything. You know, this seems like it's a big beta test. It certainly is. They already had a beta, they learned fucking nothing from it, and now it looks like it's a beta test again. For the next episode, I found out a couple of new methods. First of all, some of you have been asking me a lot about, is there any way to play Pokemon Go if you're in a country where it's blocked? Yes, there is. If you want me to make a video about it, I can certainly do that for you. Leave the comment below if you want to see the video about how to play it. But there's two ways. For some countries like India, it works by using a phone with the VPN, and sometimes if it doesn't work, a location spoof, basically. A fake GPS location, but most of the time just a VPN works. I've tried it here in Thailand, doesn't work. Doesn't work this way. I've tried a Japanese server, I've tried American, I've tried German, I've tried UK on a free VPN, doesn't work. Still the same thing, it's just an empty screen and nothing else. But some people in India, for example, I've seen myself, actually reported that yes, it is working. It's working fine. So what next? Sorry about that. That's the Pokemon Go. So what happened next? The second solution would be to use an emulator, which you can also find it online, to be honest, in Google. Use an emulator called BlueStacks or many other ones that emulates an Android. You root it, you install the Pokemon Go, you install a fake location, and you play it from your PC without going anywhere, or Mac, and without going anywhere basically. And all you do is just change the location and pretend that you're in another country and you can catch Pokemons, and that works fine. I mean, I've tried it today at work, it works fine, but before you ask me to do that, think carefully, because right now Niantic is really busy doing their own thing, trying to get the servers running, trying to work out things, but sooner or later they will crack down on all these people who are cheating, and it's not fair for other players who try to play fairly. The Twitch streamer right now is full of people who are cheating. There are people logging into chat and asking, are you cheating? No, okay, I'm going. Like, people actually dig this shit. So remember that it's your own responsibility. The terms and condition and the policies of Niantic and Pokemon Go says that you can't do that, and you can get permanent ban on your account, especially if you use your main Google account to connect. That's not a good thing to do. So if you still want me to do a video about that, leave a comment below and I'll do it tomorrow for you. So yeah, now I'm trying to get a better quality video here. I've fiddled today for an hour with my DSLR because I'm going to be using that instead of my webcam, because I just need a higher resolution and better quality. Basically, it took forever to get the drivers and everything because I haven't used the EOS utility for a while. That's one thing. I've also tried using XSplit, and as much as I'd like XSplit, it's very complex and it's got a lot of features, something is not quite right. I constantly get ghosting effects on my camera, and the FPS is so slow that it starts to look like a slideshow, even though the computer that I have is actually quite powerful. I think it's just a problem with an XSplit in this case. Right now I'm using the OBS, which is an open broadcaster software. It's working fine, but I've noticed that the quality is pretty bad. I'll keep experimenting with that and see what happens. So, on the next episode, I can do two things. I can either show you how to play a Pokemon Go on the PC. Hopefully I won't get banned for that as well. And two, I'm gonna talk to you about how to make extraordinary amounts of experience in under 13 minutes in Pokemon Go. How in 30 minutes you can go from level 0 to level 5, and how to get, let's say if you're level 10, you're gonna get about 30,000 experience in just 1 hour, practically doing nothing but walking. Okay, and also how to find the rarest Pokemons in the game easier if the glitch is still not patched. So thank you very much for watching Pokemon Go episode on Game Vortex. I'm Vitaly, and I'll see you tomorrow.